And it's going to snow on their parade in Skowhegan,
Yeah.
it sounds like, right?
Yeah. That's
Snowing
well,
now.
I'd probably take that over this.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is the cold rain. So
Yeah.
we talked about this before, how like ice with rain on top of it is just
So treacherous.
yeah, it's pretty brutal. A lot of us are seeing snow though, and it's snowing pretty heavy inland and into the mountains certainly. And this storm is not very big. Moisture-wise, you look to the west, there isn't a ton going on here. It's continental, it doesn't have a coastal component to it. But still, it's making things pretty messy here across the interior. Look at where the temperatures are, and they're rising, but it's slow. 30 in Lewiston, 33 in Augusta. And remember, it can snow to 38, 39 degrees depending on the conditions in the atmosphere. However, you're going to have a harder time accumulating that snow when temperatures get above freezing. So you'll see that heavy, wet snow become less effective in accumulating in the next couple of hours and then eventually change over to rain. Across northern Maine, it is squarely snow, not even close. 20 in Millinocket, 21 in Greenville. And they'll probably stay snow, maybe just a rain shower late tonight to end this, but it is largely snow for them. So hour by hour forecast, doing a pretty good job showing you where that rain snow line is and then pushing it to the north here by the afternoon. And we get probably into the 40s pretty squarely over southern Maine, coastal Maine. Getting to the upper 30s in places like Lewiston and Augusta. We got some work to do there right now because we're sitting in the 30s, but we should be able to get into the upper 30s by later this afternoon. And then here we are tonight, ending as maybe just a rain shower across Aroostook County and perhaps into the mountains as well. But the vast majority of it there will fall as snow. After that, it's quiet for the weekend, as I mentioned. I like Saturday a little bit more than Sunday. Both days are nice, but Saturday is just a little warmer. So it's in the upper 30s along the coastline, mid 30s inland, right around 30 into the mountains. And then Sunday is another bright day, but it's a little bit colder there. So temperatures more like the 20s farther inland and right around freezing along the coastline. That has to do with the fact that we're starting in the single digits and low teens there on Sunday morning. But as far as the weekend goes, it is quiet and it is bright. So snowfall yet to come. This is in addition to what some areas already have. We're looking at about 2 or 3 more inches in the mountains here. So their storm totals will be 4 to perhaps 4.5 in some of the high terrain and across northern Maine. The areas that are just showing this light blue, that just means you'll see a little bit more snow, flakes mixing in, but the accumulation will be very minimal in nature. All right, so we got a couple of quiet days. The weekend looks quiet, as does Monday. Maybe a snow shower Monday, but nothing big. And then into Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not really until Thursday our next storm moves in. It's interesting because the pattern, if you were to speak of it synoptically across the eastern seaboard, it's busy, but they're all sailing just to our south. They're suppressed. And so it's not until Thursday that we have a chance to get in on our next storm system, which didn't look like a big deal earlier, but it's starting to trend a little larger, so we'll keep an eye on that. And again, we've got a while before we get there. Snow so far, updates. Caribou's having all the fun. 128 inches of snow there. Their average up until this time of the year is typically 71 inches. The rest of us are basically playing right around average, Portland and Bangor. And a lot of the snow, if you recall, came in November. And then we took a break, and then we restarted. Fits and starts is how the winter has been.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
You know, usually every year, and we still have time, usually we have 1 week where we just get crushed, right?
Right.
Last year we did it in March. We had 3 storms in 8 days. We did it in February the year before that. So far that has not happened this winter, and I think that's why it feels a little bit different than the other ones. So
You're talking longingly, like you really
No.
want this to happen.
I'm just stating the facts that, you know, we still have the rest of
loves
February and
snowstorms.
March and sometimes April.
All right.